Hello, everybody. So I'm just going to be diving in on what I'm going to be standing on with my argumentative paper, as well as talking about my thesis statement, as they are going to be the groundwork for the final multimodal remix project that will be due May 5th. That I'm really looking forward to working on this project, as well as knocking out my paper. So yeah, let's get into it. For my stance for this paper, I'm going to be against the emissions of fossil fuels and greenhouse gases. For example, these are the number one cause of climate change in this universe, and it shows because there are so many ways that fossil fuels can be emitted into the environment. For example, a hard majority of the population drives a gas-powered vehicle. And as you can see, when you start your car in the morning, the fumes that come out of the exhaust, and that's releasing greenhouse gases into your environment. And with billions of people on Earth and driving gas-powered cars, it's hard to keep up with, fossil fuel emissions. And also going to be talking about, the industry involving fossil fuels. People who are employed within the fossil fuel industry are put at a lot of risk, as well as, just hard labor in general, just to produce these greenhouse gases that a majority of the population runs on. And I feel like it would be a substantial way of incorporating that into an argumentative paper to show that fossil fuels aren't just, bad for the environment, but also that a lot of other people are being put at risk to, just produce the fossil fuels. But for my thesis statement, we got: ever since the Industrial Revolution, fossil fuels have been abusing the environment. When burned, these fossil fuels trap CO2 in the ozone layer, creating heat. This causes the environment to alter, warm up, and degrade severely, resulting in fossil fuels being the number one cause of climate change. The number one way in order to control fossil fuel emissions is to transfer to sustainable energy, meaning driving electric-powered cars, using solar energy for certain things. And what I'm kind of standing on is just that with these emissions, a lot of climate change happens, rising sea levels, temperatures, global warming. It's not good to see these in the environment, and fossil fuel emissions are a huge part of what goes on when it comes to climate change. And so that's pretty much what I got so far for my thesis, stance on my paper. If you guys got any ideas for me for my multimodal remix project, they would be greatly appreciated, as well as anything to improvise on my thesis, any ideas for the paper, just reach out, let me know. I'd be happy to read all feedback. I enjoy receiving it. It helps me move forward with my assignments. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Good luck with the final paper and the project. And yeah, that's it.